Alright, I wanted to go over some questions on the test with y'all. When you're correcting, remember, so there's two ways you can do it. You can either do it by doing it on paper and just somehow getting it to me, whether that's through email or training through Google Classroom, or you can just do it, all of your test corrections, on a Google Doc, if you wish. Alright, so one that a lot of people had trouble with was number 2. Alright, Mr. Flores opened an account with a deposit of $5,000. The account earned annual simple interest. So simple interest tells you we're using I equals PRT. Alright, so that's what we're thinking. And so it said he did not make any additional deposits. At the end of the 4 years, the balance was $6,500. What was the annual interest rate? So we're trying to find the rate. Alright, so the deposit being $5,000. Anytime it says deposit, that is 5. Anytime it says deposit, that is the principal. Excuse me. So our principal is 5,000. And we don't know the rate because that's what we're finding. We can just put R. And T is at the end of 4 years, so it's 4 years. Now, so we can't have two variables, I and R. We only have to have one in order to solve. So what we need to do is, and remember, the interest cannot be bigger than the principal. And so with it being 6,500, that's bigger than the principal. So it said this was the balance. So to find the balance, you do principal plus interest. So if we have the balance and the principal, we just need to simply subtract. So we're subtracting 6,500 minus 5,000. And that gets you 1,500. So we have 1,500 as our interest. And you could ask yourself, does this make sense? Yes, because our interest is less than the principal. So 5,000 R4. Give me 1 second, let me get my calculator. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, next we have 1,500 equals 5,000 R4. So, this basically turns into solving for R. So, just like solving an equation to get R by itself, these are like terms, so we're going to have to multiply it. So 5,000 times 4 equals 20,000. So now we have, let me back that up. Now we have 1,500 equals 20,000 R. $20,000R. Now 20,000 R is a what? Hopefully you're all saying coefficient. So a coefficient, what this is, would tell us to divide. So 2,000 is on the same side as the R. So we're going to divide 1,500 divided by 2,000. which would give us 0.75. Which would be what? Oh, oops, I put 1,500 divided by 20,000. Oops, I put 2,000. So we get 0.075. Now, when you look at it, you're thinking, there's none of them like that. But remember, when we're turning a decimal back to a percent, I'm going to move it twice. So it's going to be 7.5%. So that would be G. Now, I do believe, I think it's number 6 that is really similar to this. 6 is kind of similar. So that's a hint for you if you miss number 6 and you're making a correction. All right. Let's see what other ones I can do. Let's see. Now 5 would be basically the same thing, except you're finding the t, the time. And remember, because this is the principal for 5, and they said, because it says deposited, and now this is the balance. So in order to find the interest, you would have to subtract. And then you just simply solve for t the same way you solve for r. Here, we'll do number 7. Number 7, Susie wants to deposit $6,000 into a savings account and plans to leave her money in the account for 10 years. The bank offers 2 types of savings accounts. Account 1 offers 4.5 simple interest, and account 2 offers 4% compound annually. Which statement above is true? So she's comparing. So we're going to have to do both. So we have to do I equals PRT and compound. Which let me write out compound. A equals P parenthesis 1 plus R close parenthesis and T up top. All right. So we're comparing. So we're going to have to do simple interest with this one and compound with this one. So let's do the simple interest first. We'll name it A1 because this is just account 1. So we got to do 6,000 times, what's the rate? 0.45 because we have to move our decimal over. And T is 10. So again, this is the simple interest. Sorry, like I'm really bad at writing on paint. So I'm doing 6,000 times 0.045 times 10. And I get 2,700. All right. Now we're going to have to do compound, which this is compound. But if you notice, compound has a different rate. So our P is 6,000 parenthesis 1 plus. Remember, you have to move the decimal over. So it's going to be 0.04 close parenthesis. And the T is up top. So remember, you're going to have to hit the caret button. So you should be entering 6,000 parenthesis 1 plus 0.04 close parenthesis caret button 10 enter. And you get 88. You should be getting like 88, 81. Now, remember that compound interest, when you multiply all this, it finds you the total amount. So, in order to find the interest, what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to subtract it from the principal. So I'm going to subtract it from 6,000, and I get 2281. excuse me, 2881. All right, so now we can read our answer choices. Which statement about a savings account is true? Susie should invest her money in account 1. Well, I guess first off, if she's investing her money, which one does she get a bigger return on? Yeah, this one's more. So we can automatically cancel out A and B because it says she should invest in A1, which clearly she shouldn't because A2, this is A2, she got like $181 more. So that leaves the C and D. Susie should invest her money in account 2 because the account will earn $617 more. Well, that's not true because she only made like $181 more. If you read D, Susie should invest her money in account 2 because the account will earn $181.47. So if you don't know where we're getting the 181, we're just subtracting these two because it's all it is, just comparing. All right. I'm trying to see which other ones we can do. So number 10 is about the same way as that past one. Okay, here we'll do number 11 real quick. So number 11, don't get fooled by the little chart thing, by the model. So this says negative x, negative x, negative x. So there's 3 negative x's, so that's going to be negative 3x. How many 1s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're positive 1, so it's going to be plus 10. All right. Equal sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5x. And there's 8, negative 1, so it's going to be minus 8. All right, so you're going to draw your line. Now you're going to ask yourself, what are the like terms? This has an x, this has an x, and these are just regular old numbers. So those are your like terms. So remember, we got to combine like terms. So anytime we flip something over the equal sign, you have to do the inverse operation. So I'm going to switch the negative 3, so it's going to make it a positive 3x. So that means it cancels out on this side. So now we have 10 equals 5x minus 8. All right. Now what are the like terms? Minus 8 and 10. So we got to move the 8 over because it's on the same side as 5x, and we're solving for x. So minus 8 plus 8, that cancels out. Plus 8. So what's 10 plus 8? So it's 18. So we have 18 equals 5x. All right. So 5x, this is a what? Coefficient. So that means we have to divide. So I'm just writing over here so I have more room. So it's 18 divided by 5 because this is basically saying 5 times a random number equals 18. So since this is multiplying, that means we have to divide. So what's 18 divided by 5? 3.6. So that means x equals 3.6. All right, hopefully this helps. If y'all would like for me to go over a few more, let me know. But just make sure you get your corrections in to me. All right, hope you'll have a great week.